As I've said before, second layers are going to be big, but Bitcoin second layers are going to be huge. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're all doing well. Enjoyed your weekend. It's another week, the final week of March, and it's going to be interesting because we want to see if Bitcoin is going to close this month up. And if it does, that's going to be huge because that's like 7 months in a row upwards. So yeah, that will be a huge monumental event change in what Bitcoin is doing and has done in the past. And we're going to analyze that during this week and also on Sunday. So make sure you stay tuned and hit the like, hit the subscribe button because it's going to be an interesting ride in the crypto space. There's so much to go over, so much to look at. It's not funny. So make sure you be a part of this video journey and learn about Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other cryptos that are out there. If you're interested in trading this, we're going to be also doing some TA at the end of the show. And if you're interested in trading, you can trade it at bybit.davincij15.com. Link is in the description below and earn a $30,000 deposit. So just go there and open up an account right now. Okay. On the weekend, we showed you like 71 entities own 12% of all Bitcoin. And so you're talking about a lot of Bitcoin that these guys hold. And you're thinking, well, this is a problem. Oh my God, they're going to have all the Bitcoin in the world. And what are they going to, they're not going to share this and it's going to be disaster. They're going to just give us all dollars and take the Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. And it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Because these guys only know how to borrow and spend, right? The new economy will be working and earning your Bitcoin and earning your wealth, real value. And so we're going to need some sort of faster transaction system other than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, you can't buy coffee with it. You can't, make smaller transactions with Bitcoin because of several reasons, such as, that it requires 10 minutes to be confirmed. The transaction, so you ensure that the transaction that was sent is not reversed. Also, it will cost a lot of money to make a transaction on the network. So you need a better system for that. And so this is where layer 2s come in. Unfortunately, layer 2s have a lot of challenges. They're technically complex, right? There's liquidity concerns such as Lightning Network where it locks up funds. Like, for example, if I want to open up a Lightning Network with you, I'm going to have to actually lock up some of my money to open up a channel with you. And let's just say I send you one SAT and that's all there is. And I opened up a channel for one Bitcoin. Well, now I have one Bitcoin locked up and I can't do anything else with that because I've only sent you one SAT, right? And I can't close the channel because then you only have one SAT, right? So this creates other issues, right? Centralization risk, right? Some layer 2 solutions may inadvertently introduce centralization risk. Okay, so exactly. For example, I've talked about it on the weekend, and it seems that, this is I talked about the KASPA. KASPA, right? The people here, they are an example of centralized risk. They only want to hear, yeah, rah, rah, yes, this is great. I mean, yes, it is great, KASPA. It is. Technology is great. But it has its issues, right? This is the broken issue is that, they're mostly centralized, right? Through the fact that they actually send updates to everyone across the board. And this is a problem. Now, it's not a problem if the technology is being used for a different purpose, right? Meaning that it is used for smart contracts and so forth, and as well as transactional. So going further on, integration and interportability, seamless integration with existing Bitcoin infrastructure and interportability. So basically, can I send Bitcoin or second layer coin to anyone, right? So for example, if I use the base address, the Bitcoin address, is it going to send it to that person? Yeah, the question with the Lightning Network, you can't use a Bitcoin address to send it to someone on a Lightning Network and vice versa. So these are some of the issues that plague Bitcoin second layers. But there are a lot of second layers, and we're going to be looking at some of them here. There is Liquid Network from Blockstream. Both Liquid and the Lightning Network seem to be developed by Blockstream, but they've gone their own separate ways. They're the same kind of thing, basically, where you have to lock up tokens and then create what's called an invoice in order to send Bitcoins to another person. And it works in a sense that if you're between two partners and you're trying to transfer back and forth and to clear up liquidity without trusting each other, yes, you're sending Bitcoin back and forth to each other a lot. This works perfectly. However, both Lightning and Liquid Network have their issues because of that. They create a hub and spoke model for sending and receiving Bitcoin, and this is insufficient for the masses, basically. Because now the spoke, it's basically the central point, could actually deny transactions. Going on, we have the common knowledge base. This is another sort of centralized network, but I haven't really researched into this, so I'm going to have to hold off and say before I say it's centralized. But they do call it decentralized, and we'll take a look. I'll take a closer look at this particular a product here in the coming months from Nervos. Another one, Devo, is a community-driven Bitcoin layer 2, right, with EVM compatibility with his Ethereum virtual machine, smart contract, right? So that means it connects to MetaMask probably and allows you to transact with Bitcoin. But again, this is something I don't know how it works. You can see you could stake and stuff like that. And I would need to take a closer look and put these things under a microscope in order to determine which one of these actually going to work long term. There's another one here, which is called Rootstock, again, with an EVM so that you can do complex contracts through Ethereum Solidity. But again, we don't know how you can transfer Bitcoin to this particular network. Stacks, another layer 2, which again allows you to build applications. However, we don't know. I don't know if it's an EVM. It isn't stated here. I will have to look again closely at this to determine whether it's going to work long term. I looked at also Satoshi VM, which is also the same thing. However, we've seen what happened when they launched. There was a little bit of shenanigans, and on top of that, I've looked at the white paper. I put it under a microscope, and it is lacking severely. I've noticed that their website is not working as well. Oh, there it is. It is now up and running. But yeah, I have a little hesitation with this particular product because of what they did on the run out, and also the complexity they have placed into the documentation, which basically states that somebody is controlling Bitcoin, the Bitcoin that you send to the bridge. And so you have to trust a third party with your Bitcoins. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. They just need to say it and be clear about it so that people are not actually tricked. Okay, well, let's get into some TA today. And if you're interested in trading, make sure you head over to bybit.davincij15.com or 2bit.davincij15.com. Links in the description below. Okay, as you can see, Bitcoin has pumped. We were looking at this yesterday's thing, talking about it on the show, but we didn't really go into detail. But we did say there was a W forming here, and yes, this W is clear, and then it pumped here. We can see that the target for this W is approximately, oh, look at that, up here. I thought so. There was an indication. I was trying to catch this bottom and with a long, and it just didn't quite get it. And I was quite busy on the weekend, and I wish I had gotten this because I know I knew the target was up here from this when we were pumping up here and failed. But it is what it is. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. You're going to have to go to shorter time frame in order to get a run here. You could probably take a cup and handle long here, but be careful. This would be your stop loss. So it is not the greatest, of course, because you're probably going to get stopped out, right? And you could probably take this, more than a 2-to-1. But hey, that's the way it is, right? You have to take what you can get. And this is probably going to stop you out. So So please be careful, but don't go all in. Maybe you get small percentage loss, take a less than 0.5% loss, and then see what happens if you get lucky, and then go take this all the way to the holiday, which is around the 70K. So there it is for your Bitcoin trade. Now, looking at Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum has done the same thing. It looks like you still have a chance to get in here with very little risk. And you can see that Ethereum probably going to take us from this level all the way. If we were to, this is the target. If we take a one to one risk to reward ratio, but I think we can probably do a bit better. And then let's set the stop loss so that it's 2 to 1. There it is. Here's your stop loss. You can start entering here, or just wait, see if it comes back at you. Probably won't, because as you can see, it pumped up, and then on this 4-hour candle, it came back for you to enter, and then now it's off to the races. So it's probably gone from. There's not probably no chance for you to get another chance in. So you have to take whatever you can to get to this level at the $3,600 level. Now, looking at the Fibonacci's, let's just take a look quickly, see if the Fibonacci level is clear that this is where we are headed. Okay, so the 61.8 is right there. So usually it heads up to the 78.6. So I wouldn't be surprised if we head all the way up there. So you could probably hold this trade all the way up to the $3,800 level, or $3,900, close to that. So yeah, that's it for today on for the TA. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I'm going to be laser focusing on the layer 2s. I think they're going to be a huge part of the economy in the next crypto bull cycle. So make sure you stay up tuned and be a part of it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.